Hello Reborners, my name is Karen and this is Making Reborn Dolls with Karen. We're back with Charlie and I'm thinking, well, this is where we're at. He looks like this on his face. I've taken some of the stuffing out of his head. I'm trying to get him to the point where maybe I can get his eyes in. I want to see how he looks. He doesn't have hair yet. I don't even have the hair. It's coming. I ordered hair for him and I don't have it yet. I want to give him longer hair than the hair I already have. When I get my hair and I start using it on a doll, I separate it into little packets, little bunches, I guess you'd call it. And they're too short for him. He is a big baby and he's got to have longer hair. So I ordered a new pack of hair for him. Well, actually, I ordered 4. I didn't know how much I was going to need. I ordered blonde, and we're going to see how it goes. But right now, I'm trying to get his eyes in, and I wanted to show y'all the progress on him, but I want to get his eyes in first. I want y'all to be able to see how he's going to look on his face with his eyes in. I think he's finished. I'm thinking he is. He's got a rosiness to his face. He's got a slight little bright, little tannish look on his arms and legs, and his creases just look fabulous to me. So I'm calling him sort of finished. I don't really know. His head is so big. I don't even know if I can get his eyes in. I one time, long time ago, had a tool that you were supposed to use to put eyes in with. Never could make that thing work. It's just a waste of money. All that crap is a waste of money. You end up using your fingers anyway because you just can't make those things work. It bent, for one thing, really quick. I wasn't even sure how to use it. It held the eye pretty good. Okay, he's empty now. I've got him these cute little greenish blue eyes. I'm not really sure if they count for green or blue. I don't know. They're bluish green. I don't know what that means. I thought I was ordering green. Anyway, we're going to press his face really hard and try to get some portion of this eye close enough where I can reach in and put the eyeball in the socket. Hopefully, it won't be that hard. Oh, it's not actually hard so far. Of course, it's very crooked, but it's in there. See? I'm going to straighten him up in a minute. I just wanted to get them in first. And they're definitely going to have to be glued in. His eye sockets are, I believe he could have took 26 millimeter. That just went in too easy. But that's what it said was 24. So that's what I put in there was 24. Maybe he'll look buggy-eyed if you put 26 in. I don't know. Sometimes they make a doll with eye sockets that are sort of in between. And they'll tell you, you can put this size or this size. One of them will have to be glued in and the other one will look a little tight. And so you have to decide which one you want in your doll. It's like halfway between the two sizes. And that may be the case with him because these eyes just are going in. This one's always harder to me. Way too easy. They're going in. So I'm thinking they're too small. The website did say 24 millimeter, and that's what these are. I ordered them special just for him. Oh, it's almost impossible to reach his eyes. Man, this is one of the problems you have with toddlers, I'm assuming, that it's very hard to position things correctly because they're so big. There we go. You just have to get your finger up in there and move that eye around until it's going the way you want it to go. I'm calling these green eyes. I don't know. They're like sea blue or something, like a blue-green color, almost like aqua or something. I've never seen eyes this color before. I ordered green, but they don't look green really to me. Oh, they're so crooked. Charlie, you got crooked eyes. I can't feel good enough to tell how they're in there. I can't get my finger. That looks pretty good. Huh. Man, he's got a stare. He's going to be cute, I think. Okay, this is what we have so far. I can straighten them out a little more. But this is how he looks so far. I think he's really cute myself. This eye is a little bit wandering. I'm going to try to push it over a little bit more. We don't want wandering eyes. I mean, I don't. He's very, very cute. Okay, that looks pretty good. I'm going to glue them in later, but right now we're going with that. So later when I get finished rooting his hair and all that stuff, and when I get ready to glue the hair in, I'm going to glue the eyes in as well. So I'm going to just put the stuffing back in his head. The pressure from the stuffing will press against those eye sockets and keep the eyes mostly straight. These are huge, huge eyes. They're not like 18 or 20 millimeters. They're 24. That is a big area for an eye to be in. And so they could move. So I'm stuffing this back in there to keep them from moving around. In the next day or so, I think by Monday, this is Friday, this is the day after Christmas. So I think by Monday I'll have his hair. Maybe before that, I don't know. But hopefully. I have something else I want to show y'all as well. I'm going to show you his arms and legs and everything. I want you to see how cute he is. His little hands and feet just look so awesome, I think. I think he's going to be a very cute little boy. And with his hair, he's going to be adorable. I'm going to try to put some of him together today. I don't think I'm going to put his arms on yet. I'm going to put the glue on his rims to make his hands, arms, and legs move freely. And well, I'm trying to get some stuffing out of this bag. I had laid out eyes for Charlie already one time and lost them. I don't know where those eyes ended up. It's the stupidest thing I ever encountered in my life. I laid them on my table. I came back later. I couldn't find them eyes nowhere. Not on the floor, not anywhere. Couldn't find them. And so I laid out more eyes. But in the meantime, I searched and searched and searched for those eyes. Eyes are not cheap, especially if you get nice ones. And so I wanted him to have nice eyes, so I ordered them special. And then I lost them. And I was just moving everything around. I even pulled the stuffing out of that box under there to see if I dropped them in that box some kind of way and they fell to the bottom. That's why I couldn't find the opening on the stuffing. I'm putting extra in here. I loosely packed his head because of what happened to Pickle. When I was baking her, she busted open. And I think it had to do with the fact that she had too much stuffing in her head. Stuffing swells, so y'all know that. I went through a phase where I was just using rags, but you can't get those rags. They're too thick. You can't get them to get in all the little spaces you need them to get into inside that head. So you're constantly trying to shift them around because this side doesn't have any rag on it and this side has too much rag on. So that can swell too, but it doesn't swell like polyfill does. So if you're going to stuff your doll's head to bake them, and I highly recommend that, you need to loosely stuff it to give that polyfill a chance to have room to swell up. There. He's got to get eyebrows too. I'm going to give him some eyebrows. He's very cute. Look at him. He's looking so good, I think. When he gets his hair, he's going to be adorable. Anyway, this is what his arms and legs look like. Let me show you. Here's one hand. His nails look good. I haven't tipped them. I don't know if I want to. I may decide to. I don't know yet. But his little creases show really well on his fingers. Here's his other hand. Also the same. He has cute little creases. You can see them very well. Here's the inside of his hand. His nails look great. Now here's his adorable little feet. Look at that. Just so adorable. And here's the other one. They're backwards, but so. Here's the other one. Now, I got him some shoes. I got the size they recommended. So I brought out a pair of socks with me. and the shoes. I want to try them on him and see if they're going to fit, because if they don't, I want to take them back and get the correct size. It said size 5 in the description, but it also said the size could vary according to the manufacturer of the shoes. So this is his left foot, I believe. So here we go. Here's his little shoes. They're just adorable, I think. So we're going to get this shoe on him and see if it'll fit him before I take him out of this packaging. Oh, and they go right on. Look at that. That is so adorable. And his toes are right at the end, too. They fit just like they would on a little boy. Look at those cute, cute shoes. I am just in love. I may have to keep this baby after all. You know, I said I would never keep a toddler, but look at that. Is that the cutest thing you ever saw? I mean, really? I'm going to cut this string now because they fit him. And I want to get him off this silly thing they're on. They have like a bungee cord thing in between them to hold them together. And then they're on this little plastic hanger-like thing, too. Oh, and you can remove the, well, he's never going to grow, but you can remove the insole to give the baby, your real child, more growing room in the shoes. It says so right on there, removable insole for growth. But anyway, we take those off, and now look at those shoes. Oh, I can't even believe how cute they are. His toe is right at the end, too, just like it would be if he was a real little boy wearing these shoes. It's just adorable. You can turn those down or leave them up. He's got a bit of red coming off on his socks. I just wonder if I need to bake him again. Sometimes I just wonder about that. He is so cute. That is the cutest leg I've ever seen. I can't get over it. Now here's his other leg. I'm going to put his shoe on that one too. I just can't wait to see how he looks. I got him the cutest little overall set. Overalls to wear with his, for his outfit. And when he gets put together, I'm going to try to put some of his body together today at least. I'm going to put his armature in his body, and he doesn't have any stuffing, so his foot's trying to collapse instead of going in the shoe. But it goes in because the other one did. Yep, it goes right in. See there? It's on him. You just have to kind of hold it firm so it won't collapse on you. And you just pull these tight and Velcro them. And he's just got the cutest little feet. Look at that. That is so adorable. I can't get over how adorable that really is. I'm going to set him up there. Let him sit there like that. I'm going to move his hands over here back onto these posts because I'm going to try to put his armature in his body now.
What are y'all whispering about?
I'm not whispering. I'm talking on my camera.
I went in there so y'all could rest. And nobody's resting.
I couldn't rest. My phone kept going off. Here's his body. It is very, very big. Every time I closed my eyes, my phone went off. So I just got up.
Where's John?
He was in the chair. He might have went out to smoke.
Was he resting?
No, he was just sitting there watching TV or doing something on his phone or something. Here is his giant body. It is so big.
Oh, Lord, look at his limbs.
This is his legs down here. And these are his arms go up here. And his head, of course. It's a big body. That's why he needs an armature, because this body doesn't have any joints or anything. It's to make him a little stiffer so he won't be slumpy when you're trying to dress him or hold him or sit him up in a chair or whatever people do with toddlers. He has to be able to be stiff enough that he'll hold his position. He won't slump down like a little tiny baby would. You know, you expect a newborn size or even bigger than that to slump down a little bit, but Not a big old boy like this. You don't expect that. I'm just attaching the zip tie so none of them fall out while I'm working on his body. We're going to try to get this armature positioned in there correctly. I have no idea what's correctly, okay, just so y'all know. We're just going to be working on this and seeing if we can figure it out. So I do know that I got some tips from someone who has put a toddler together before. And they said you first have to work the armature into the body first thing, through the neck hole and down. So I'm just putting his little armature legs together so they can fit into this neck hole. And we work each one of these little pieces. It's like his skeleton, so to speak. We're going to work it down into this, down through these leg openings like that. And then we're just going to pull it up around his body like that. And I'm not sure. I'm assuming that they measured him and gave him enough armature to fill up his arms and legs. I don't really know. So anyway, we're going to bend these and get them in there too as well. Well, I guess we're going to. I don't know. This seems hard. Kind of like that. Just work it in there. And once you get it in there, you're supposed to sort of start packing some polyfill around it. Oh, and you got to put your weighting material in there too. I'm not sure how that's going to work, if it's going to be difficult or easy. So we're going to just see. I'm going to try to get his body all stuffed and possibly get his legs on. I can't put his arms on because I don't have the glue on them yet. But we will come back after he has hair and we will finish assembling him on camera so you can see how I did it. This is totally new to me. And when he gets totally put together and dressed and everything, we're going to have a little photo shoot. I am going to be taking pictures of him probably in the living room on the chair. I have a recliner in there. I'm going to sit him up in there in different poses. Maybe sit him on the floor for a couple of pictures. I really don't know yet until I get into the picture making process. Oh, crap. This is hard, getting this over all these little bumps. Okay, it's on him. Okay, he can't have what you call the little pockets because the armature has to come through there. So we're going to have to work on him this way. Let me move some of this stuff off the table. It's now just in the way. I'm tempted to just go on and put him together and see how he's going to look and then take him back apart. But cutting the zip ties after they get down in these little grooves is really hard. He's going to be so cute. I just can't wait. He's got a hair stuck on his sock. There we go. Okay. Now, okay, the next thing to do is to start to stuff him. You have to try to cover this entire ectoskeleton. It's not ecto, it would be on the outside if it was ecto. But this entire armature with stuffing. You don't want to be able to see it, feel it, or know it's there. And then we also have to try to get some weight into him. I don't know what the proper amount of weight is for him. How heavy should he be? I mean, a child this size would be 20 or more pounds at least, but we don't usually make our reborns real weight size. They are deceptively heavy to begin with. And if he was 10 pounds, I think that would be sufficient. So I don't know. I don't know what I have to do to him to make him 10 pounds. But I am just going to wrap some polyfill all around this thing. Think of it as his spine and his bones inside of his body. And we don't want to be able to, even though if you did squeeze on a little kid, you could feel their bones inside their body. You can feel your bones inside your body. But when you pick up your baby doll, you want it to have a squishy, soft feeling to it. You don't want it to feel hard. And so we're going to do our best. That's all I know. I'm going to start out just by wrapping some of this around him. Now I'm going to get a bag of this pre-measured out weight. This bag doesn't weigh as much as you might think. It's designed to go into a regular sized doll that's around 18 to 21 inches around, and it will make them about 4.5 pounds. But that does not mean this bag weighs 4.5 pounds, because it absolutely does not. All the parts of the doll, the arms, the legs, the head, all stuffed, come together with this to make 4.5 pounds. So I might put 2 of these in him. I don't know where to put it. He doesn't need to be floppy, so we don't need it up at the top, really. I would say around the middle to the bottom would be the best place to put it. And we just have to work it in here like this and just get it in there. And then we're going to stuff around that too. We're going to try to get that all stuffed up too. I don't know if some needs to go in the front, and some, I just really don't have a clue about this, y'all. So I'm just going to put one there, and then I'm going to try to put one a little higher, I guess. I don't know. I'm going to put 2 because he needs to be heavier than the normal baby, you know. He's not a normal baby, so. He's a toddler, and they're a lot heavier, so we're going to get this in there too. And then I'm going to try my very best to just stuff him and get him ready for his parts to go on him. Yeah, that's a pretty good. If those will stay right where I have them, that's real good, actually. One sort of at the bottom and one sort of up here close to his chest. So that would be pretty ideal, I think. But now we're going to stuff some stuffing around it and see, can't we make it not be so obvious that there's a big old bag of glass in him, too. He's going to be a cutie, I know that. So after I stuff his front pretty good, I'm going to turn him over and stuff him in the back a little bit too. I want to make sure he's fully stuffed on all sides. That's pretty good for the front. He's puffy and soft. I can't feel his armature. So we're going to turn him over now, and I'm going to try to stuff the back. So I don't want to feel it in the back either. And we got to fill out his little butt and everything. We got to make him kind of even. We want his back to be a little straighter than that. He's kind of crooked. His little backbone's a little bit crooked. We don't want it that crooked. We want it to be kind of straight, because after all, it's supposed to be his support. We don't want him bending over without us opposing him to bend over like that. That's pretty good. Okay. Can't find the opening in this bag hardly. Okay, now we're going to stuff the back. Let's try to get it puffed out too. I'd love to put his outfit on him. I know he doesn't have any arms and legs. He's going to have legs today. They don't need any, since they're 3/4 legs or half legs or whatever you call them. They don't need to have any glue around the edges. You wouldn't be rotating those legs inside this little cuff. You would the arms, because they go up and down like that. The legs are going to go up and down by the armature. I want to see if his outfit is going to fit him. This is a big body for a toddler. Big, big, big body, I think. Oh, he's doing pretty good. I can't tell he has a spine at all. That's pretty good. Okay, that's pretty good up there. I'm going to stuff his legs a little bit more, because I want to actually put his legs on today. I want to see how they're going to look. I am just totally don't have enough room at this table. Just crowded. And I'm messing up my table covering terribly. So anyway, we're going to go on and stuff his legs like this and try to get them also to have a little form to them. You know, a little bit of his little butt doesn't have enough in it. We're going to have to put some more in there. And we don't want him to have too big of a butt, but we want him to have one, you know. So it's going to take a lot of stuffing to get him done. I'm not sure that he should even have any stuffing in his arms and legs. I really don't know. Maybe he has to keep the glass in there, because when you start filling him up, he's going to be somewhat open at the top. There's nothing to keep it from falling out. So I guess you have to put some in there. I don't really know. We're going to do this one step at a time. What I don't want is to give him big hips. Okay, that looks pretty good. Let's get some up there in his little butt. Yeah, that's better. Get some over on this side a little bit. I got him some underwear too. It hasn't come yet either. He's going to wear some little boy's underwear. I think it's so cute. Let's turn him back this way a little bit. And I can feel his bag of glass right there a little bit. I'm going to be stuffing a little more over there. But in the meantime, we're going to stuff the front of his legs a little bit. Boy, he looks like a robot, doesn't he? This is just one of those things where you just do it a little at a time and figure it out, I guess. I don't really know because I've never done a toddler before. This is a brand new experience for me. Get some of this. That's looking pretty good. He's going to need a little more stuffing, but I'm not sure how much. I want to see how these legs are going to fit on. Let's see. There's nothing in them right now, but I'm just going to put it on here and kind of put it up to his, that's as far up as his leg can go because the armature is now down to the bottom of his foot, I think. I can't tell for absolute sure if it is or not. Feels like it is. Now, if these cuffs were over it, yes, he would have a cute little leg. Oh, a lot of his leg is cloth. He can't wear shorts. I'm pretty sure about that. Yeah, that is super cute. Look at that. I'm going to try to turn him around where you can see it. There's his leg. It's not straight because, well, I turned him around. But that's kind of how it's going to look. I have to put some weighting material in there and also some stuffing, and then I have to work his armature down into it. That's the way they showed on the video. I've been getting messages like this all day long. People asking questions about dolls and then just ghosting you afterwards. Oh, that's just telling me an order got delivered. Yay. Okay. So anyway, that's how his cute little legs are going to look. They're going to be so darling. I'm going to see, can I get it on there now? I'm going to turn him back this way so I can actually work on him. And I'm going to try to put some weighting material down in here. I don't know how much to put even. I don't even know. Isn't that terrible to not know? I've got my glass right here. I don't know if I might have to bust open some of them bags of glass I have made up in order to get enough glass to put in him. He is going to be one heavy little boy, let me tell you that. Usually in a regular newborn doll, I'll put 1 to 2 cups of glass in them, in each limb. I got to take his shoes off. I can't tell what I'm doing here. And possibly his socks as well. I can't tell if I'm getting the glass all the way to the bottom or anything. Yeah, that's working. Look at those chubby little feet. The glass in them makes them so chubby. Look at that. They're so cute. Anyway, that's only up to his ankles. So we got to go more. That's up to his knees almost. If you can see through it, I can see through it. They're about up to here. I go a little higher, but I don't know if I should. He's going to be kind of heavy, I think. Let's see. I'm going to put some stuff in here and see if I can work that armature down in there now. Oh, this is going to be hard, I think. I don't know how tight to do anything. This is all brand new to me. And they actually recommend plugs with this doll. How would you get a plug into this doll and still get the armature in it? If you close up this hole, the armature can't go in. Does that make sense to y'all? That you would have to put a plug in this doll? Okay, here we go. We're going to try to work this armature down in there. The lady who was doing the example video, she just took something and kind of worked the polyfill into a little circle like that, so the armature would have a little pocket to go into. I can't even get that in there. It's too tight. There's too much in there, I think. I'm wondering if we shouldn't try to get the polyfill in there after you get the leg on at least part way. I don't know what to do, y'all. This is totally foreign to me. If I don't put any polyfill in there, I think that probably the glass will come out and will be mingling up in the body somehow. Does that sound right to y'all? That could happen? Oh, well, it's just no way that's going in there. How in the world do you do this? And here's a new twist. This armature is hollow inside. How do you do it? How do you get it in here and not spill out the glass? Oh, this is not a good thing. You could actually end up filling this entire armature with glass. I think I'm going to stuff something in this armature to keep the glass from going in there. Does that sound normal to y'all? I'm so abnormal. I don't even know what's normal anymore. Let's see. If that gets full of glass, then all the glass could spill out of the legs and be just inside this armature. And that would not be good, I don't think. I'm probably the only person in the world who thinks of something like that. I don't know how much to put because, well, I just don't know how much to put. Let's put it that way. I'm just going to put some in there. What we want to do is just stop the glass from coming out and going into the armature. So I'm just putting a little in there. A couple of stuffs full. Let's see. And once it's packed in there, it should stop any glass from going in there. And it looks like it's probably going to. That looks good. Yes. I think that'll work. That seems like it's going to. Now, this very last little joint would not move probably because it's stuffed. But that's okay by me because like I said, I want to stop the joint, the armature from getting full of glass. It's hollow, completely hollow. The whole thing could get filled up with the glass from the limbs. And while you might want to bend his legs up here, you're not going to want to bend them down by the ankle. That's a little far-fetched, I think. Besides, the leg's going to be kind of stiff, and I don't think you'd be able to. I don't know. What do y'all think? Somebody who's put a toddler together, tell me what you thought about the armature. Was it likely? Is it likely that some glass will get in there? Do you think that doing this would help? How in the world do you work the armature into the leg if the leg is stuffed and got glass in it? I don't have any idea. Oh, you can work it down in there. You can work this down in the glass. That's not so hard. It was working it past the polyfill that was going to be hard. See, it's working its way down. I'm probably just going to have to stuff it after I get the armature all the way down in there. We need to get the armature down to the foot, which means it's going to almost be touching this cloth body. I can't tell where it's coming to already. No way, can't tell. But that's pretty close, I think. I think in order for him to have any stability, it needs to go all the way down to at least close to the bottom of his foot. I can't tell where it's at, though. Absolutely cannot tell. That's got to be close. Okay, I'm gonna do it that way, I think. And now I'm going to see what else I might need to do. It looks pretty good to me. It's pretty straight and pretty good. I'm gonna put some polyfill all around it, and hopefully that's going to fill up the hole and keep it from coming out. And then I'm just gonna slip it up into that sleeve on his leg and tighten up the zip tie. Oh, it's slipping out. Just need more table that I don't have. Okay. Okay, that seems pretty good. This is very hard. I just want y'all to know it's not an easy task. It is a difficult one. But we need to get it done because we want to make this doll. And it's much harder than your traditional doll, let's put it that way. It's not too hard to do, but it's a little bit difficult because you have to hold it and work this in and do all these other activities at the same freaking time. So you definitely need to get most of the armature down into the glass before you start stuffing the polyfill in. Otherwise, you're not going to get it in. I couldn't at least. And that seems like it's probably down to the bottom of his foot. I can't really tell. Oh, this is difficult. Okay, Charlie, don't lean against those paintbrushes. He's falling over and he's leaning against my paintbrushes. I'm afraid some paint will get on his face and mess him up. We don't want that. The whole idea here is to get enough stuff and down in here where the glass won't move. And how much that is, I just don't know right now. We're just gonna keep stuffing until we can't get any more in. How about that? Oh, here's some more on the table. Well, none's falling out right now. No glass is falling out, and his leg's completely upside down almost. So that's a good thing. At least some of the polyfill's doing its job. Possibly all of it's doing its job. Over time, little by little, it could work its way out. I really don't know if it would or not. All I know is we don't want that to happen. So I'm stuffing it very tight. That's pretty tight right now. That is pretty tight. I'm not saying I couldn't get a little more in there because I probably could, but I'm borderline, I think, getting too much in there. Okay, we're just gonna bring this down and put it on his leg now. I'm gonna stuff it some more from the top. I can't get any more of it into his leg right now because, well, I just don't know how to do it. Okay, so we're gonna straighten this armature out a little bit. We will be able to straighten his leg out even more after we get the zip tie tightened. I'm pretty sure. If this looks easy to y'all, I'm fooling you real bad, because it ain't easy. Charlie. Got a kink in your zip tie. Got to get that zip tie super tight on this doll for sure. Now his leg looks a little baggy, granted, but I can restuff that from the top and push some of that stuffing down and fill it the rest of the way up, but his leg is on. Look at there. It bends like this. It bends like this. You can make him sit, stand, crawl, almost be in a crawling position probably. That is great. Now we have to straighten out this armature so he'll have a straight leg. There we go. Now I'm going to give him some more stuff in here, but not right now. I want to get his other leg on. I want to see how it looks. I think it looks awesome, actually. I'm gonna fill this leg up the same way I did the first one, about almost up to the knee, and then we're gonna put it on just like we did the other one, and we're going to start working it up on this armature. Since I stuffed the armature, not very much glass at all will be in there, so that should work out really well. So let me get a little glass in this one as well. At the very end, we'll be trying to determine how much he weighs. I'm going to weigh myself, then I'm going to get off and pick him up and weigh myself again with him in my arms and subtract the two, and that'll be what he weighs. That's the only way I know how to do it because, well, you know, like I said, the scale won't weigh just tiny little weights. It will only weigh something that's considered to be at least a pretty big child. And I don't think Charlie counts as a pretty big child. I think he's counting as a toddler. Oh, this one's proving a little harder to get on. That other one just went right on. Am I going too close to the leg? I don't know. It's going up, I can feel it. But it's very slow, let's put it that way. I don't want him to have one leg longer than the other one, so we're gonna try to match these the best we can. This one has to go up further. It's up against his leg, I can feel it down there. At some point, they probably are up against the legs because if you're posing him or anything, it could definitely be against the leg at part of the time. Like I said, we're going to come back to try to get his arms on and his head on. But I'm going to need to, I'm going to put his outfit on him first. I want to see how he's going to look. Is it going to fit him? Is it not going to fit him? You know, that kind of thing. And I'm going to have to come back and after the glue's dry and his hair is done. Oh crap, that scared me. Somebody just bought a doll. I'm gonna go see what it was. Y'all excuse me. Oh, good. Okay, this lady contacted me in the middle of the night last night, and she wanted 2 dolls, but she wanted them shipped together, and I told her the only way I can do that is put them in the same listing. eBay makes you ship them the same way that they were bought. If they're bought separately, you have to ship them separately. And so, and now she's messaging me. I already know you bought it. You don't have to tell me. She acts like I don't know she bought it. Okay. She's wanting me to know she paid for the first 2 dolls. She wants 6 of my dolls. She wants 2 now, and then 2 in a couple weeks, and then 2 more in a couple weeks. But I don't even know where she lives. She speaks Spanish, I think, or Mexican, or I think they're the same language. But it had to have a translation. Let's put it that way. What she said to me had to be translated. So, I don't really know. Okay, I'm trying to stuff a doll, lady. They act like all you're doing is sitting around holding your phone in your hand all the time. It was like between 1 and 2 a.m. last night when she was messaging me. And I always answer my messages because I'm not missing a doll sale because I was asleep. And she just kept asking funny little silly questions. And not funny, ha-ha, funny, ridiculous, if you know what I mean. And kept saying, okay, it's really, really late. Can we talk about this tomorrow? And then she said her bank wouldn't allow her to pay for the doll last night. She had to wait till today to do it. Okay, fine. Somebody else gets it before you? Okay, I can't help that either. That has to go up a little more. That's better. Once you get this zip tie tied around his little thing there, flange, it's gonna stay. The leg won't slip down anymore. That's about the same baggie on both sides, I think. Now he still has his zip ties in place, but I'm gonna sit him up and, well, try to stand him up so you can see how his legs are gonna look. They look pretty good to me. He's looking pretty good, I think. Now he's got a lot of polyfill stuck to his body, but I can get all that off later. And I do still need to straighten out his armature. It's a little crooked up in here. So we're gonna be straightening that out a little more so he can stand a little bit straighter. But that's how his legs are gonna look, pretty much. And I'm gonna now put his outfit on him. I'm dying to know if it's gonna fit him. It looks a little small to me. Oh no, it doesn't. It looks like it might fit. Phew, it's hot in here. Struggling with that doll will bring up a sweat. We're just gonna pretend he has arms, and I'm gonna put his outfit on him. And we're gonna pretend he has a head too, which he doesn't have that either. I gotta take off this sweatshirt. I gotta move away from this chair because I can't do it on this chair. I put it on because I was cold, and now I'm burning up. I feel like I'm in flames. It is actually December the 26th, and it is in the 70s outside. Yeah, we need to straighten his legs up. He's very crooked. Okay. Please keep in mind his armature's crooked. I know that it's crooked, but I just want to get his outfit on him. I want to see how he's going to look with his outfit on. I'm hoping he's going to be super cute and it's going to fit him good. It looks like it's a little big on the arms. I mean, I'm pretty sure his arms are a little bit longer than this. I don't know. And I can turn up his sleeves a little bit. With fatter arms, and it'll take up some of that bagginess too. So I'm going to put his little overalls on now and see how they fit him. Whew. I can move these buttons up a little higher or down a little lower if they need that. I don't know that they will, but it's a possibility. I have a stick boy sitting on my lap. You can't see him probably because of the angle of the camera, but we're going to get him in this little outfit, and then I'll put him back up on the table and let you see him. Oh, this is hard. Oh. Even with an armature, they don't bend all that good. Oh. Let's get him into his little outfit. Yeah, this is probably just about the right size for him. It's 18 months. So if you're getting a Charlie to make and you want to know what size to get, this is a Carter's little boy's outfit, and it's 18 months. The website said that he possibly could wear even a 12 month, depending on the manufacturer and how the clothes are made. And I can't see that he could wear anything smaller than this. It also said he could wear up to a 24 month. He is a little stuffed for this outfit. I might have to unstuff him a tiny bit, but I don't think so. I think it's going to fit him real good. It looks like it's going to be almost a perfect fit to me. Very, very cute. Now he doesn't have arms and legs, so he looks like a scarecrow, but it's going to fit him. It's not going to go past his, well, it doesn't go past his feet, And with socks and shoes on, I think it's going to fit him pretty good. Can y'all see him? This is his little outfit. It's so cute. Blue jeans. I think they're adorable. But anyway, he's got socks and shoes as well. I'm going to take it back off of him because we need to have it off of him to assemble him. Now, this outfit I got from Walmart.com. I ordered it and it came in the mail. His shoes too. And it was on clearance. And they have several styles. They have, I think, a corduroy one too. And 18-month, it says $15 on the sticker, but it was $10, $9.99, and which is a great buy for me for a toddler doll, I think. I'm gonna be straightening out these zip ties a little bit. They're a little crooked. I just tightened them, and so they're bunched up on one side and loose on the other side. So I'll be straightening that out too. But we will be getting him together soon, very, very soon. I hope y'all enjoyed watching me struggle to put his legs on. I imagine it's going to be every bit as hard to put the rest of him together too. And see, if you don't straighten out his armature after you've posed him, he's going to have really, really crooked legs. You have to spend the time to straighten him out. And it's not hard. You just have to feel in there until you have the armature straight, or else his legs look like he's bow-legged or he's got some kind of twisted bones or something. But he's going to be super adorable. I can just tell. I'm going to set him gently into this little crate I have back here and let him sit there until the rest of his body is ready to go together. And that's going to be very, very soon. Because as soon as his hair gets here, in 2 to 3 days, I will be starting to root him. I don't know how long that's going to take because he is a very big doll. But I will root on him every day. I will not do anything else until Charlie is finished. I am that excited about it. I want to see how he's going to look finished, and I think he's going to be super adorable. I was actually thinking of getting him a little box opening, like getting him a few little items to go in a box opening, because I'm going to be asking some money for this doll. He's not going to be cheap at all. And if he doesn't sell for my asking price, I will be keeping him because he was hard to make and expensive. I am going to be putting the glue on his rims now and on his neck and his lips and his nails. I got to do his feet too, but I'm not doing them right this minute because they're already on his body. Any doll that takes anything less than full limbs doesn't need any glue on their rims because they usually have a jointed body, or in this case he has an armature, so that the arm and the leg won't need to move up and down freely in the little socket, but the arms will. So he's getting glue on his arms but not his legs. And he's also going to get it on his nails and his lips, so that he'll be dry. His glue will be completely dry by the time his hair gets here and cured. So when he gets finished being put together, rooted, I can go on and glue his hair and put him together. And glue his eyes too. I have to glue his eyes. I don't want to take any chances that his eyes may slip. So we will be doing that as well. Put a good amount on there. You don't have to be stingy with this. It's very cheap to use. And so you can slather it on there and make a nice, slick, glossy little film over that area. Now the nails are a different story. You want to put it on kind of thin. You don't want to make his nails super thick or anything like that. Now they're going to look a lot better. If you think they're scratchy looking or dull, just wait till you put the glue on. Now, it won't cover up every little flaw. If you have flaws in your nails, you're going to want to fix that. But if all you have is just a little bit of scratchiness on their nail beds or something, you don't have to worry too much about that because the glue will just slick it over and it'll come out pretty good. I don't want glue on the actual skin part. That part wouldn't have mattered because it was so close to the body it would never show, but still, you don't want to be doing that. Wipe it off if you get it on there. We also want this glue to be completely dry before we start trying to put any glass in there, because if you spill any on the rim when you're putting it in, and you will, it's going to stick like crazy to this glue, and then it'll make it gritty and hard and bumpy, and it won't move at all in the socket. So don't put your glue on if you're getting ready to stuff the doll right now. So we're not. So I'm going to be waiting for a few days until his hair is pretty much done, and then I'm going to come back and I'm going to do his arms pretty much the same as I did his legs. I don't know exactly how that's going to work with it being full limbs, but I'm going to figure it out. I'm determined now. He's going to be adorable. I hope he sells. I don't want to get stuck with this doll. He's too big for my tiny apartment. This is why I've never done a toddler before. I was afraid that it wouldn't sell and I would end up with it. You know, that's probably what most of us do with our dolls. If they don't sell, we just end up keeping them. I mean, we continue to try to sell them, but how long can you go with a doll that's this big that you can't sell? How long? I mean, especially if you don't hardly have any room for them. It's going to be difficult. Now his head is very, very big. I usually put them upside down on one of these rolls. I hope he'll stay on it. I hope he's not too top heavy to stay on it, so that this glue on this rim can dry without touching anything. But his head is, uh-oh. Now he has glue on his face. Thank you very much. I hope I got that off good enough. I don't want a shiny spot on his face. That would just be the icing on the cake after all that hard work, wouldn't it? Don't worry if a little glue gets on the polyfill, it won't hurt it. I am just doing the rim, and if some gets on there, I'm not going to sweat about it, because like I said, it won't hurt it. And it'll still come out of the head and everything. Okay, let's get those lips, Charlie. He's so cute. Oh, that's way too much glue on that. Just gonna rub it on this paper towel. I gotta get some of this off. It's got way too much glue on his lips, so just like you do with the paint, you gotta get it off of your brush if you want your brush to pick up any more off the doll. And it will if you get it off your brush. I just wipe it on the table and go about it. That's pretty good. Now, we're just gonna leave him sit for a while and let him dry. That's about all we can do to him right now, because his glue needs to dry and he needs to get some hair so I can root him. But other than that, I will be putting glue on his toenails at a later date, probably closer to time to put him together, maybe even after I put him together. I don't really know for sure. I'm going to try to do it ahead of time because I want to move right into his photo shoot, which I am going to try my best to record. I don't know how that's going to come out, and because I have to somehow be able to put my camera up, the one I record the videos on, and then I'll take the pictures with my phone. But for you to see the poses I put him in, I'll have to have my actual camera set up. So, okay, there's that. But I'm just not sure what I'm going to do. But we're also going to give him a magnetic pacifier, even though I think a 15-month-old, I think he actually represents a 2-year-old, but still anyway, a 15-month-old with a pacifier is ridiculous. I know some people let their 3-year-olds have it, but I only had one kid that took a pacifier, and he gave it up at 7 months. And the only reason he took one is because the hospital gave him one, and he wouldn't shut up crying if he didn't get it. And I had to go to work the next day, so I had to sleep, so he got the pacifier. But little by little, he gave it up, and by the time he was 7 months old, he didn't take it anymore. But a 15-month-old, that's just a little beyond what I would do. But anyway, I may get him a bottle even if he's 15 months old. Some people let their babies have a bottle when they're 15 months old too. 15 months is not that old. Some kids are barely walking. This kid looks like he's at least 2. Maybe 2.5. At least 18 months, not 15 months. I know you're going 3 months, what's the big deal? But they can grow a lot in 3 months. But anyway, we're going to end this video now. And please remember to like, subscribe, and share. And hey, if y'all have put together a toddler before, tell me about your experience. Did you have trouble with the armature? Did you have to kind of guess at it like I did? Or was it pretty much straightforward to you? Did you just get it together real easy? What was your experience? Was it hard? Was it easy? Was it somewhere in between? I think it's hard myself. I have several dolls that need putting together. Actually, I have another Michael. I sold all the Michaels that I've made. He's a good seller. I have James. I have, who is that? I can't even tell who these dolls are. Sage? And who's this other one over here? Oh yeah, Ethan. I never got Ethan put together either. I'm going to be showing y'all Ethan too, because I was real excited about putting Ethan together. He's going to be a big boy like Landon, and I want to show him off a little bit too. They all need eyelashes. Most of them need pacifier magnets. Some of them still need glue on their rims. I'm just way behind. Christmas and Thanksgiving and all this stuff about families getting together, it's just threw a wrench in my doll making stuff. But that's okay. We need to get together with our families anyway. But it's just set me behind. And I am struggling to catch up now. That may seem weird, but I am very tired. All these things that I've done are... Oh, and somebody asked me about Ladybug. I know I told y'all that she went home with my son. She's very happy there. He just takes really, really good care of her. She sleeps with him. She gets to do whatever he does. He keeps his house really warm because he burns wood. And she's not cold at all. She thought, I said something about the house wasn't finished, but my son lived in it anyway. She was worried that Ladybug might be getting cold. Well, she's not. And if she wasn't happy, I would definitely bring her back here. But she is happy. She loves him to death. That's the only reason I let him take her home. I wouldn't just let anybody take her. I just love her too much. And I can see her still. It's not like giving her away to a stranger or taking her to an animal shelter, which that is unbelievable to me, that people would get a dog and then take it to the animal shelter. But I guess that's better than dropping it on the street. But if she was with a stranger, see, I wouldn't know what was going on. I couldn't visit her. I couldn't see how she was doing, or my heart would hurt. And so I knew my son is such all his life from being a little tiny boy. I actually thought he was going to grow up to be a vet because he loves animals so much. And he really, really wanted her. And so, you know, with the hardship I'm having, I thought maybe it was a good idea. So it's really a trial thing, and we're just trying it out. So I think it was Regina that asked me about it. Y'all need to go over, if you haven't already visited Regina's page, you need to go over to Diva G's Reborns and visit her page. She makes awesome looking little baby dolls. And give her a like and a subscribe. And I know it would tickle her pink if y'all did that. And she's my good friend. We met through doll making, and well, we've never met in person. I have several really good friends from doll making now, but we've never met in person. We just correspond. We send each other things. Like if I get something I think she could use, I'll send it to her, and you know, she would do the same for me. We just have a really good, I guess what you'd call doll friendship, I guess. I don't know what you'd call it really. But she's a great person. She's really, really friendly and very likable. And she makes gorgeous little baby dolls. So y'all need to go over there and look at her page and see all her wonderful things she's created. And while you're there, just give her a like and a subscribe. And like I said, she'd be tickled pink about that. So don't forget to visit her page. And please remember to like, subscribe, and share. Last time I looked, I was only 4 subscribers away from having 400 people. And it would tickle me pink if by the end of the year I could have 400 people. It's only a few days left, but I'm always wanting new subscribers and new watchers. I know some people watch and they don't subscribe. I've done it many times to other artists because I don't want to fill my YouTube up with a huge number of subscribers because I watched one video. But if you're watching the videos all the time, I'm going to say, please subscribe to my channel. Please like the videos and share them. And if you can get another person to watch them and also subscribe, that's great and wonderful. I would love that. And come the first of the year, we're going to start a new contest. I just have to think of the rules. I have to think about what is it I want from this contest. I know what y'all want, and you're going to get that, a box of goodies. Maybe a kit, maybe other things. I don't know. But I did want to tell y'all another thing before I go. And that is, I've changed my mind. I've actually changed my mind about these brushes you can get from like Bountiful Baby. These are awesome brushes.
Are they awesome?
They are super awesome. And when they're on sale, they're not a bad price. I wouldn't get them at regular price though. They're too high. They are still a little pricey, but nothing like this brush. This brush was hugely expensive. And so was this one right here. This was my go-to brush every single time for painting lips and nails. And I'm dropping them all over the floor now. But since I got these Bountiful Baby brushes, I really like this one for painting lips and nails. But these brushes were extremely expensive. These 2 brushes. And they're Ultimate Fusion brushes. And not that there's nothing wrong with them. They're great brushes, but they're highly expensive. This one is their 1/2-inch mop brush. It compares to the brushes you see me painting with all the time. They also have a white one. No, is it white or is it gold like these others? I don't know. But anyway, one of them is not camel hair. It's something else. I can't remember what kind of hair it is, but it's something similar to camel hair. And this one's synthetic, I can tell, but it's okay. It works. And as far as the usage so far, the bristles do not fall out. That's one thing you want to make sure about your brushes. Any old brushes will not do because the bristles just fall out. And it makes it screaming crazy, and you want to just throw them away immediately, which I do. I throw them away immediately. But the brushes I use are also the ones I've been using in the past, and I'm going to continue to use, are still really good brushes too. They're simulated camel hair. But these brushes come in a set, and just recently they had them on sale for $13. You can barely get one brush for $13 at regular price. And I got a whole set of 5 brushes, which is a good deal. I bought 2 sets of them. And I may give those away in a gift thing. I got the Exodus oil ready for the people I send boxes to. I'm going to send them some Exodus oil. I don't know what else. I have some things. I just have things. And so I'm going to be making up some goodie boxes, and we're going to have us a little contest thing going on. And then I'm still going to ask for people to actually say, hey, I want it. Because I want to make sure the people who, I'm not going to just draw names from subscribers, because most of them wouldn't even know that their name was drawn because they're probably not watching the video. Some of them only get 50 views, and there's like 300 and something followers.
Do you want this box?
I do. It might fit a doll.
Look at that. What's that funny thing?
That's an armature. That's Charlie, my big toddler doll. He has to have an armature. Anyway, I'm actually going to end this video now. It's 1 hour and 10 minutes. So please remember to like, subscribe, and share, and happy reborning.